Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Michael Bisping, the former UFC middleweight champion, is coming out and admitting that his fight with Kelvin Gastelum just 3 weeks after he lost his title to George St. Pierre at Madison Square Garden UFC 217 was the wrong move. And this is interesting to me because I disagree. The only reason that I would see this being the wrong move for Michael Bisping is if he was not physically able, if he was having like concussion symptoms going into the fight. If there was something like that Michael Bisping was aware of, then yeah, it's the wrong move. But if you felt physically ready to fight, you passed all your medicals, then this is actually still a great move. And if you won the fight, he wouldn't be saying this as well. I mean, I'm sure if you asked Luke Rockhold, who Michael Bisping knocked out for the title after the fight, should you have took the Bisping fight on short notice after Weidman pulled out, he would have said, looking back, yeah, it was the wrong move. I probably should have just waited for an opponent I could prepare for. But hindsight is 20/20. Of course, looking back, if something doesn't go the wrong way, you can say that it was the wrong move. But if it would have went right, if Michael Bisping would have beat Kelvin Gastelum just 3 weeks after his George St. Pierre fight, I don't think he would have been saying this was the wrong move. Now, that's why I say, now, a lot of people criticize this decision of Michael Bisping and the UFC and the commissions for letting Michael Bisping fight just 3 weeks after he previously fought and was knocked out. Well, he wasn't knocked out by George St. Pierre, but knocked down and choked out by George St. Pierre. The only reason people criticize it is because of, like, you know, CTE or the physical effects of the fight. But if Michael Bisping said he was ready to fight, if he was going into the fight, Michael Bisping said he told the doctors, yeah, I'm physically ready. The only thing that's wrong with me is mental. I need to get, I need to get a win to get this George St. Pierre loss off of my mind. But physically, he was ready. And now another reason that I would say this is a good thing, if you look at the bright side, is Michael Bisping was going to retire after his, one fight after his GSP fight. Going to retire, looked like, in the UFC London March card. So what another thing that this Kelvin Gastelum fight allowed Michael Bisping to do is to get another payday. Michael Bisping's probably getting paid more to show up to a fight right now than he ever has in his career, being a former middleweight champion. And you know what I'm saying? So he's at the twilight of his career still. Even though he lost the title, he's not going to get, say, $1 million if he got for being the champion, but he still is probably going to get a nice chunk of change to fight Kelvin Gastelum. So that's just an extra payday he was able to pick up on his way to retirement. And Michael Bisping does have options outside of fighting, but if he was going to be retiring in March, fight one more time, yeah, you lost to Kelvin Gastelum, but hey, that's one more payday on your way to retirement. Now you get 2 paydays instead of just one. And with that being said, I do completely understand people who say, yeah, this was the wrong decision to fight just 3 days after what happened in the George St. Pierre fight. And yeah, that is right, talking about medically. But if Michael Bisping was medically cleared and he felt medically fine himself, then I think this was the right decision. So with that being said, it is what it is, man. Hindsight is 20/20. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.